Sup everyone, Cat Goblin Martin here, and welcome to the first video of the new year. Hopefully things turn out fine because we wouldn't want this to happen all the time. Anywho, the last couple of videos were all focused on these so-called spooky games, but today we're going to take a break from that genre and instead review some Sonic colors. I'll be taking a look at our main protagonist, the many Wisps, and most importantly your allies. So without further ado, let's delve straight into this review. Now I wonder who our main hero is. It can't be Tails because he's over there, but I do know a certain rabbit who deserves to be in the next Sonic game. Okay, I'm kidding. Our main hero is without a doubt Sonic. Like in all 3D Sonic games, when you get a good running start you can go super fast. You can of course double jump with the A button, and your signature attack is the homing attack where you can target enemies and defeat them by pressing A twice. When jumping, you can hold A to gain more height, and even jumping onto enemies can defeat them. After jumping, you can press Z to perform ground pounds, which can destroy enemies and breakable crates. While running, you can hold Z to slide under tight gaps. This ability can be used to trip enemies and also destroy them. And when standing still, you can even crouch with Z. You can also press B to dash forwards in the air while jumping. Sonic can grind on rails. He can jump on them and hop to another rail while grinding. He also does this when riding on roller coasters. If Sonic's high in the air, he'll slowly dive down, and holding B makes you dive down faster. Some other small abilities are using his hands to drift in these large track sections, sidestepping to avoid damage in the speed or chase areas, being able to wall jump, and you can push crates to use his leverage. There are a few important things to note. In every Sonic game you can collect rings. Not only can rings earn you points, but they give you health. If you get hit, you'll just perish, but when you get hit with the rings, you'll just lose them instead of immediately dying. You can also find 1-ups to increase your lives, and your lives and ring counter are located on the top left. Also, if you lose all your lives, then it's game over. Throughout all the different acts, there are many things that can help you along the way, such as boost pads that can make you go fast, Sweet Mountain has these lollipops you can swing off of, fans can push you up or down, buttons can be used to activate mechanisms such as doors, although in some cases you may have to stand on them, and you can hop on balloons. There are speed ramps you can jump off of. With the golden ramps, however, press A repeatedly and the announcer guy will give you a score. You can bounce on these poles to gain height, and with the homing attack you can target zip lines and pulleys. These red rings here give you a boost, while the rainbow rings give you an even bigger boost. Then we have these red bounce cushions that can send you high to reach areas, and of course Sonic can also target these ones as well. The golden ones can move right or rise up in the auto-scroller parts, and it can quickly move right to save you if you go too far ahead. Falling into voids or any sort of pit can instantly kill you. Checkpoint gates are very crucial as they earn you points, and when you lose a life you won't have to restart at the very beginning. In some acts you have to destroy a red robot in the end, but most of the time you just have to touch the big golden star ring. Once you complete an act or boss, your points are counted, and then you get a rank. D is the lowest, C is bronze, B is silver, A gold, and S is the best rank of them all. You can even smash the rank in numbers for rings or 1-ups, until Sonic does his victory pose, that is. And to get points, all you have to do is just collect rings and beat up enemies. The map is pretty important, as you can track how many S ranks and red star rings you have in total, or the ones you have in a world. Once selecting a world, you can move Sonic on the paths to start an act or a boss. Completed acts are green, while non-completed are shown as red, and you can see what types of wisps are presented in each world and act. Aquarium Park is full of water, and as you all know, Sonic really hates water. If you stay in the water for too long, you could drown, but luckily you can get some air from these air bubbles here. Another way to not drown is to group up with these orange fish that can give you air. The fish also act as a third source of health, as when you get hit, the fish will scatter, allowing you to keep your rings. Keep in mind though that the fish will scatter away from you after a certain amount of time. Now, moving in water is slow, but you can still run, dash forwards, and jumping is a way to swim. Now we've made it to the Wisps, and each of them can be found inside these egg capsules here. Our first Wisp is the light blue one, or white one. These Wisps can be found in every location, and they provide energy for your boost meter on the bottom left. They can also be contained within groups of robots, instead of just being in capsules all the time. By holding B, you can use the energy to go super fast. Nothing will stand in your way, and you can even run on top of water. As for the rest of the Wisps, there are a few important things to note. Now, to activate their powers, you just shake the Wii remote. When you switch Wisps, the other Wisp will fly around in case you change your mind. Most capsules respawn, but some do not. Now, when you use their powers, you can actually see their energy being used on the bottom left gauge. Now, keep in mind that this only works for a certain amount of time, until their power runs out. Second is the Cyan Wisp, who is first found in Act 3 of Tropical Resort, and can be found in all the other locations except for Terminal Velocity. The Cyan Wisp gives you a laser power where you'll travel super fast in a straight line. You can aim up and down, you can travel through a chain path by hitting these diamonds, or by going through currents. It can be used to destroy enemies or tough blocks, and you can ricochet off walls. Next up is the Yellow Wisp, which gives you drill power. You first come across it in Act 1 of Sweet Mountain. It can be found in Tropical Resort, Aquarium Park, and Game Land. With this power, you can drill to the ground, or use it to get around underwater, and there's pipes that you can access. The drill part can destroy enemies and blocks, but your back is vulnerable to enemy attacks. Also found at Sweet Mountain is the Orange Wisp. You first use it in Act 3 and can be located on Planet Wisp, Aquarium Park, Asteroid Coaster, and Game Land. By harnessing this Wisp's power, you can transform into a rocket and blast yourself upwards. Then when you're up all the way in the air, Sonic will slowly start to dive down. In Act 1 of Starlight Carnival, you'll find the Blue Wisp. It can be found in Sweet Mountain, Planet Wisp, Aquarium Park, Asteroid Coaster, and Game Land. This wisp allows you to transform into a cube, making these blue rings here turn into cubes that you can reach other areas. Or you could transform again to turn the cubes to rings, and slamming down as a cube can destroy blocks and enemies. As you trudge on through Starlight Carnival, the green wisp grants you the ability to hover once you reach Act 3. This wisp makes an appearance in Sweet Mountain, Planet Wisp, Aquarium Park, and Gameland. With it, you can hover to reach high areas, as well as follow a path of rings super fast while pressing B. Even when you run out of energy on ring paths, you'll still be moving until you reach the end of the path. You're still vulnerable to enemy attacks, but you can destroy robots by simply landing on them. The next Wisp is the pink one, who first appears in Act 1 on Planet Wisp. It can be found in Tropical Resort, Sweet Mountain, Starlight Carnival, Asteroid Coaster, and of course, Gameland. With this power, you can turn into a pink spiky ball. When holding B, you can charge up to go super fast. You can cling to walls or the ceiling. The homing attack can actually be used, and enemies and blocks aren't really a problem to deal with. When a wisp is under Dr. Eggman's direct thumb, they turn into a violent purple wisp. You acquire their power in Act 1 of Asteroid Coaster. You can find them in Tropical Resort, Sweet Mountain, Starlight Carnival, Planet Wisp, and Aquarium Park. Once you activate its power, you'll turn into this small, aggressive, shark-like creature, and you can chomp enemies and blocks. You can jump in this form, and the more things you chomp, the bigger you get. But don't worry, in the end, these wisps do turn back to their normal selves. With the Wisps done, let's talk about the Sonic Simulator in Gameland. Here you take control of the Sonic Android. You can change your speed to super slow all the way to super fast, and by pressing 2 you can switch to Red Sonic as a backup. The only difference in this scenario is that your boost gauge is a lot shorter, and the Wisps do appear as your color once activated. There's also this Eggman coin shaped like a heart that gives you points. These hanging beach balls here can give you 1 ring. You can test your luck with a slot machine, we have pool balls here that can harm you, and you can run through these things. Before you select Sonic, you can actually change to your Mii, which is basically just your Mii's head on a Sonic plush costume. You can also change the color of your Mii's costume or Sonic. By pressing Z, you can turn them pink, C is green, and then pressing 1 can change them black. Supersonic does make an appearance in the game. That is until you collect all 180 red star rings. There's 5 in each act. They're used to unlock acts 2 and 3 in each level. And once you get enough red star rings, the game land planet will glow red. To unlock Supersonic, you must complete all 3 acts in the 7 levels, and collect a Chaos Emerald at the end of each act. The option satellite will actually glow, which means Supersonic is on, but you can turn him off, of course. To activate Supersonic, you have to collect 50 rings, then shake the remote. A remix of the intro song will play, and at this point you're pretty much OP with unlimited boost. Keep in mind that you can't use Wisps' powers. You're still vulnerable to drowning in water. Your rings will start draining, which means you'll turn back to normal. You'll get lots of points, and Supersonic even appears on the world map, which is pretty interesting. So the last thing to talk about is Tails and Yacker and the role that they play in the story. By the time you reach Act 3, the first cutscene the game plays, you'll find that Sonic and Tails snuck into the tropical resort by hitchhiking. Orbot and Cubot are chasing Yacker and a cyan wisp, and then Sonic saves the day. Yacker is a light blue wisp with a strand of hair. Yacker warns Sonic and Tails about Dr. Eggman's plot to harness the Wisp's energy, and that they need to destroy the generators. Tails was able to upgrade his handheld into a translator to understand Yacker, but the translator does have some bugs.
Power, all their power, and using it for an evil aquatic mammal? An evil dolphin? No, a porpoise. Oh, an evil purpose.
Luckily, Tails was able to understand the information despite the minor glitches, and Yacker also explains about the Wisp's hypergone power, but he later disappears in the story. Now, in-game, instead of just some robot or narrator telling us what to do, we have Tails. When you touch these question marks, Tails will teach you how to play the game. Without Tails and Yacker's help, Sonic would not have known where to go. In the end, Tails was able to fix his translator, but at this point they have to say goodbye to Yacker. And Tails does have some savage moments.
Hit the crouch button while running to slide. It's perfect for getting under tight spaces. It seems an evil man, and you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy Nosehair? That's the best thing I've heard all day. I gotta remember that one.
I know, I've already written it down.
Pay up, Tails. I told you he had an evil plot, and coming here was a good idea. There it is, straight from the horse's mouth.
We didn't bet.
Dang. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off. Oh, who am I kidding? We both knew how this would end.
Are you talking to the broken robot who can't hear you?
Maybe. That's between me and the robot. See, the important thing here is the alien planet is free.
Absolutely.
So, we can just forget about the whole talking to dead robots thing, right?
Nope.
I knew you'd say that.
Oh, come on. I've seen you save the day a lot of times, but I've never seen you talk to a pile of metal.
Touché.
I grabbed a bite at the bucket of sushi.
What's the verdict?
His cruelty knows no bounds.
I don't remember you fighting off any insane robots.
True. Well, good job to you on inventing a translator that allowed us to speak to the aliens and figure out exactly what we needed to do so we weren't running around the park looking like idiots. Oh no, wait. That was me.
So, how about you and me make like Eggman's hairline and recede?
This isn't joke time. This is running to the space elevator time.
Sorry, couldn't help myself. We're out of here.
Yeah, we're running now.
So everyone, that is all the time for we have today. I really love Sonic Colors as a game, and I hope to review more of it in the future. My sister actually designed the thumbnail for this, so link to her channel will be in the description. But anyways, please like and subscribe, and as always, I will see you all in the next review. Coming shortly, hopefully.
The runt finally shows his colors. A wide streak of yellow!
He flees to his master, Saruman.
Run like your master!